Good, how are you?
Pretty good. How's your week going? How's everything been since we last spoke?
It's good. So I got engaged over the
really?
weekend.
Oh, wow. So big news since we last spoken. Congratulations.
Yeah. But my parents aren't really happy about it, so I'm kind of stuck. I don't know what to do.
Your parents aren't happy about what you consider big news.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Why are they not so happy about it?
Well, he's not the greatest. He doesn't have a job, so he kind of was like, I pay for all of our bills, I pay for everything, and he just kind of sits around all day and doesn't really do much.
And it sounds like that might challenge the role expectation that your parents might have for your future husband.
Yeah, they're pretty traditional. So like my dad is the breadwinner for their family, and my mom stayed home with us, so they expect kind of the same thing to happen.
So what have you thought about? How are you going to get past what your parents might think of this relationship in an effort to pursue your own happiness?
I don't really know. Like, I'm engaged, so clearly I love him and want to be with him, but my parents are really important to me, and that relationship's important, so I don't want to strain either one or lose him or lose them, so I'm kind of just, I don't know what.
Well, you obviously know him very well, and so obviously he has some qualities that you find to be positive, and your parents might not know him so well. So have you discussed with them some of his positive qualities, or have you had the conversation with them about some of the things that he brings to the table and what he does for you and the reasons you love him?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to explain that to them, but they don't really understand because they don't have that same relationship, so they don't understand. So they just see that he doesn't work and that I'm supporting both of us.
What has been their opinion on some of your relationships in the past?
I mean, they're not too fond of them. I'm their youngest, so they're kind of hard on anyone that I date. So they honestly haven't liked any of them.
So it sounds almost like a impossible to please. You know, you're the youngest daughter. No one's ever going to be good enough type of scenario.
Yeah.
So if you visualize the conversation and they're sitting across from you, and say even you bring your fiance with you, what kind of topics would you all discuss if everybody sat down and discussed this?
I feel like they would just question him and ask him why he's not working, or why aren't you doing this, or question his values and his work ethic, and just bombard him and overwhelm him, so maybe he would leave, and he wouldn't want to be part of that either.
What types of outcomes do you see coming out of a conversation like that? Do you picture a situation where that you just mentioned that he actually leaves and you abandon it, or do you picture a situation where they're going to have to just find peace with it?
I mean, in the end, I think they're just going to have to find peace with it. Like, I make my own decision, and they're just going to have to deal with it. So.
Okay, let's stop.